Hello. Hopefully, people can hear me. And I'm live. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Normally, it fails at some point or something goes wrong. So let's see how this does. But hello, patrons and members of the Discord, I think, might also be here. Let's see. I'll wait for a couple of people to join. But like I said, please feel free. Hey, Donovan, how you doing? I can see people in the chat. This is good. I'm assuming that people can hear me. Yay, Jerry, what's up? This is good. This is good. Means it might actually be working, which would be truly, truly wonderful if this is in fact working. So I'm just going to do a quick post on the Twitter. Come say hi. I am currently live streaming and it is working, everyone. Wait, hold on, let me just check the YouTube comments again, make sure it's working. I'm hoping so. People are saying hello. No one has said we can't hear you yet, which is usually a good sign. So, hello. Yeah, I just thought I would jump on and say, just sort of a general hi. How is everyone? Check in. Jerry, definitely the smoothest it's ever run, which is ridiculous because it's like an impromptu, I'm just going to go live and see how it's going kind of stream, as opposed to like an actual scheduled stream, which we said was going to arrive at some point. So hilarious that this is the one that's actually working. But yes, hello. I just thought we've got a new Patreon. We've got like loads of new stuff. And I thought I'd come on and talk about it a little bit and see, and potentially a chance for you guys to ask some questions. So feel free, if you have questions, pop it in the chat or on the. I'm gonna periodically check the little post I made over on Patreon as well, so you can post stuff there. But yes, this is. So what have we got? What is happening? Why am I here? This is kind of a bit of a test run because I'm hoping to do some live streams as a part of the new Jamal's Inner Circle tier. I'll be doing some live streams, which will be new, which will be just being either chatting like this to you guys. I might play some games. I might do some character creation stuff because I think that would be super fun. I have like a bajillion characters and things on my D&D, which I never actually use or do anything with, so maybe I'll let you guys give me some prompts and things like that. So this is a bit of a precursor to that. But anyway, let me talk you through our new tiers and what we've got, and hopefully this will be available on YouTube or whatever, or on the Patreon afterwards, so people can come click on this and be like, hey, what's happening. So we have, starting with the Caterpillar tier. We're going to do the shout outs. You can give Jeremy a nickname, exclusive voting power, and you're going to get the Patreon role as well. Just to mention, we will also be doing the ad-free episodes. I'll be posting the ad-free episode as soon as I'm wrapped up with this for today's episode, which is exciting. And then moving up in the world, we have a cub, which is going to be talkbacks. We haven't decided what the new talkback is going to be for the new season yet. We are hoping to do a we're hoping to do a post at some point soon on the Patreon, for patrons only, for you all to have a little vote and a little say on what the new season's going to be called, because we're umming and ahhing between a few different choices, and so that will probably depend on what the actual play talkback is called. Plus also bonus episodes, and we have a bunch of different kinds of bonus episodes planned. We've got the kickbacks. We just dropped one of those today. That was very, very good fun. We've got the kickbacks. We've got the we're gonna have the Luck of the Halflings. Hopefully, we'll bring some of those back. Get our guests, involved in those again, because that was very good fun. And then just other little random bits and bobs, like if Unati decides that she wants to do some cooking or something like that, then we'll probably end up doing a little something on there as well. And obviously, and then you obviously get all the old stuff as well. And then we also have a new kind of slightly larger tier, which is Jamal's Inner Circle, as I kind of previously alluded to. And this, you get the Halfling Hangouts. You also get the improvised game, which is something very new we're bringing in, which is a little weird idea I had. So we'll sort of see how it goes, and you guys can let me know if it works. But the idea is that you, the patrons, will submit a little one-line story hook, like a giant rubber duck appears in the sky. I will basically Jade or someone else will like curate that and basically send them to me, send me 3 or 4 before the before I go in and before we start playing, and then at random point I'll pick one out of the hat and be like, okay, right, we're in the middle of this battle, this combat, and now a giant rubber duck falls from the sky, and I'll try and make it work narratively. So it should be very, very chaotic, very, very stupid, and very fun. I've just seen a question. Jerry, so what happens if you're already on a tier? So if you're already on a tier, you will get everything that you already had. So if you were on an 11sies, you will continue to get all of the 11sies stuff. The only thing I think we aren't doing right now is the videos for the new season, just because, and I'll explain that here, it's just the videos, they were taking so long to edit. They were taking my computer out of action for hours at a time whilst I was exporting them, and then also you weren't kind of getting the same quality because we didn't get all the music and the sound effects and the cuts and stuff like that into the videos as well, without a whole extra thing. So it was kind of just becoming this sort of unruly beast. We will be having the video for the finale. That will be coming, obviously. I will be getting that done this week. So that's the only thing that I don't think will be carrying over. I think everything else that you get on the 11sies tier, or any of the other tiers, should still be available to you. And then it'll just be a case of you getting, if you like the look of some of the new stuff, then you can hop on over to one of the different tiers. We wanted to make sure that that was available for everyone to still get their stuff, and we don't want to force anyone to change their subscription or whatever. If they're enjoying what they're getting, then let's keep doing that for you. That's not a problem. It just won't be available for new patrons, as we have a sort of 3 new, particularly new ones. So yes, I hope that kind of answers your question in probably a very roundabout way. This is what happens when I'm just doing it on my own. Gotcha, awesome. Thank you, Cherry Rose. You're the best, Jericho. You are. So please, if you have any more questions, fire away. Just drop them in the chat or on the comment thing, whatever it is. I don't know if Donovan's still here, by the way. Donovan, I really did. I think if you're the same Donovan that commented earlier on the Jasper and Jeremy kickback, you made my day. That was the funniest thing. I'm glad that you enjoyed the kickback, because it was very fun to record, a very fun and silly thing that we did, and then we kind of got halfway through and went, it's maybe this is actually fun. Let's see if the patrons like this. We'll start putting them up more often. I think there's actually something else I didn't mention as well. Let me have a check. Oh yeah, live streams. So that's the only other thing that you get on the Jamal's Inner Circle tier, and that is live streams. So we'll be doing I'll be doing more chats and stuff like this, playing games. Pretty much if the patrons request it and it's within the guidelines of being a normal and safe and healthy human being, then I'll probably do it. If you want me to do character creation, if you want me to do world building, if you want me to play a particular video game, if you want me to I don't know, do a voice, do something with voices, whatever it is. If you can think, like, just drop us a message and be like, it'd be cool if Jasper or someone did this, and we will definitely give it a go. Part of the reason why it's mostly me at the moment is because I have the setup to do everything live, and so it's easier for us to do that. But so yeah, apologies. You're kind of stuck with me, but we will definitely be getting the other two involved on the live streams as well. So do not worry about that. Oh yeah, there's two little more things as well. Well, I guess little. I say they're little. They're not little. We have a new stretch goal on our Patreon, which is that if we get to 250 patrons, we will be doing merch, everyone. That is right. There is a small possibility that it'll happen before, depending. But basically, we've kind of worked stuff out. And that would be, when we get to 250, that's going to give us enough to sort of be able to do that financially without risking a whole heap of money and all that kind of things. And also, it just means that we know we've got enough people who, love the show and enjoy the show and and would actually kind of be willing to like buy some stuff. So hopefully, if we get 250 patrons, we will have a shop like online that you can go and purchase stuff, and then we're gonna have a merch tier. Currently, we're thinking it'll be something like it'll be like every 3 months or something, you'll get like a drop of some new merch, which could be super duper fun. Merch has been something we've been looking at for a long time, and it's been a very scary, like, I don't know if I want to do that because that's money, and will people even buy it? And so it's a whole process. So I'm glad that we're finally on the home stretch. We are going to get merch sometime this year. There will be TBH merch available to purchase, and that is insanely exciting. I can't wait. T-shirts, hopefully some dice, but some fun stuff, hopefully with some great designs. Hopefully we'll get to pay with some of our artists who have made some stuff, and merch is definitely scary. I agree with you, Jerry. Yes. Jerry, how long generally do you think these live streams will be? I really can't answer. I have no idea yet. Depends on what I'm doing, and depends on like how bored people get. Like if people and that could depend, from live stream to live stream. Do you know what I mean? If we go out and I do play a game, and like we could easily do a couple hours, but if I'm doing character creation, maybe be like half an hour. I can't imagine there'll be any less than half an hour. I'd feel wrong of me, and weird also to do less than half an hour. So I reckon around half an hour ish. Also, I don't know if you can tell, I'm sweating profusely. It's incredibly hot in the UK for once, and it's not that it's like so hot that you'll never ever like, it's definitely hotter in other places in the world, but other places in the world are like adapted for it and actually have like aircon. And we don't in the UK. We just do not have aircon, and it makes it a little challenging, to say the least. So yeah, hopefully you can't tell that I'm sweating too much. But anyway, what was I talking about? Yes, so I would say no shorter than half an hour, but I can imagine, I should imagine that, I should imagine that it's going to be at least half an hour, but no longer than like 3 hours. That would be crazy. That would be wild if I did like 3 hours. You guys would get so bored. For sure. Let me just quickly check. Merch is scary. Different Donovan. Apologies, Donovan. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. Anyway, people are excited about the 3BH dice. Okay, good. Will ad-free apps be available to all? Yes, absolutely. So, of course, we will absolutely make those available on all of the tiers, all of the current patrons, and just generally, just bear with on if there's any switching issues. Please just send us a message if there's something on or if you're on an old tier or if you're on a new tier and something you can't go get access to something. There probably will just be a little process of switching and changing stuff around whilst we figure this stuff out. So I'll probably have to go through some old posts and enable some access and all that kind of stuff. So if you're having any issues, just drop us a message. Don't be afraid to drop us a message and be like, hey, I can't get this, because we obviously want you guys to get access to the stuff that you should have access to. It's just, we're trying to figure this all out at the same time, but we wanted to do this little thing. Yeah, that was another thing. Another bonus episode thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some world sort of building-y, planning-y, jeez. This is why I need the other two here. Like bonus episodes where we talk about worlds and stuff that we've built and planned, etc. Like little BTS behind the scenes, behind the screens, shall we say, looks at stuff that we've planned. I'm gonna be roping Jeremy in to do do some bonus eps. It could literally just be like a bonus ep with just Jeremy talking about the setting and the world for the new campaign. And I will be doing the same we've got a one shot coming up, not this Thursday but the Thursday afterwards, which I guess I might just tell you now. I can feel Jade squirming if she's listening to this already, but we have a one shot coming up in not next week but the week after with the amazing Connie from Transplaner and Caldwell from NADPod. That's right, the crossover continues. We have a one shot, and there'll be some more. I'll probably do that sometime this week. Release all the info on that. But that is something that I DM'd as well, and there will be some. I will do like a little bonus episode where I talk about how I made the world, because there's a whole lot of funky kind of homebrew stuff that I threw in there, like giving the characters extra abilities and things like that, basically. So there'll be a bunch of stuff like that as well, which hopefully you guys will enjoy. I might even do one potentially, depending on how the short rest stuff goes. I might even do one for the NADPod game that I'm running, which I think part 1 is coming out this week or next week. I think next week. Don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. Because unlike TBH, I'm not across everything that NADPod's doing, so I actually don't know exactly when they are releasing it. But I'm pretty sure that it is going to be the week after. But yes, so I potentially might be doing a little thingy on there, which should be super duper fun. Please, if you have any more questions as well, feel free to hit me up in the chat, because I am reading it. How wild is it, by the way, as well, that I'm DMing on NADPod? Like, that's really wild. Like, a huge thank you to everyone who's watching. If you're have been or are fans, I think I can say this. I am gonna be on the short rest. Don't you worry, Donovan. If you are a patron of NADPod, then there will be a short rest with me on it. We've yet to do that, but yeah, trust me, it blew my mind as well. When I got that email. It was a very fun email to receive. It was like a really fun email to receive, and I was like, yes, 100% so down, can't wait. And then there was like the cold fear set in where I went, okay, don't mess this up. So hopefully everyone enjoys it. I hope everyone enjoys it. But yes, it was a it was very fun to record it, and it was thank you very much, Only Jericho. There's so many Jerichos. This is awesome. That's truly amazing. NADPOD got me into D&D. Yeah, I mean, that's the wild thing I think about NADPOD is the fact that it's a it's many people's like first D&D thing, and that brings with it, I think, pressure that I have not felt yet before. Because I think most people who found us thus far have already discovered D&D, and therefore they don't. It's not like we're introducing them to the whole concept and notion. Whereas, like for me, yeah, I kind of started off. I actually started off in Dungeon Run, which is even more surreal because I got to play, and I'm playing with the Dungeon Run folks. And then I went on to Critical Role, then D20, then NADPOD, and so it's just like there's like a whole cycle of things. So it was slightly terrifying, the prospect of being on NADPOD and thinking like, oh no, I really hope I don't mess this up. But alas, everyone seemed to enjoy it, and so therefore I would like to think that I did okay. I think if I can get like a C+, then I'll take that. That would be good. A C+ would be good. So if you guys could all comment just C+, like a solid C+, when you listen to it, that'd be awesome. There's also some more people joining the Discord, which is super exciting. Thank you for all the new people that have joined the Discord, and thank you to all the people that are currently switching their pledges over and all kinds. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I appreciate every single one of you. This is awesome. And it's still utterly mind-blowing that we have so many incredible people that are willing to support us in this way. It's very, very strange. How did I plan for a bit before? Hadn't you only planned for... yeah, not... well, I would say I'd been DMing and playing for like a year and a half. Playing for a year and a half, DMing for like 9, maybe 6 months. I have like a tendency to do this, where it's like it's all or nothing a little bit with me, and it was like, okay, I'm either gonna. So as soon as I started DMing, I was like, boom, okay, I want to now do this as much as humanly possible, and therefore, thus, Three Black Halflings was born. So yeah, that's you're all right, Jericho. That was pretty much the way it went down. Which makes it even more wild that I'm then, the first guest DM on NADPOD. Like, listen to that sentence. The first guest DM on NADPOD. Ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. As long as you had fun, there's no way you messed it up. Donovan, thank you. I really appreciate that. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. If only it's true. If only, that is a good logic, and I did have fun, so therefore, who needs the haters, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. Can't wait to listen. Thank you very much, Jacob. I appreciate that. I was actually listening to it today because I was doing some notes. I was giving some notes and saying, hey, this bit change, or maybe let's put some music here, or let's do some things here. So I've listened to it like 3 times already. so now it's definitely getting to the point where I've listened to it too much, and I'm like, oh man, I need this. I need something else. I'm sorry if you've already answered this, but will the behind the screens live streams be available afterwards for later viewing? Yes, 100%. If they are available to you to view on the Patreon, then they will be. Some of them will be live streams, some of them will be like pre-recorded episodes. It will just depend on what we can do in terms of time and all of that kind of thing. So but they will absolutely be available to listen to and whatever afterwards. People can listen and watch this again if they want to, which, I mean, that would be If you want to, that's up to you. That's totally up to you. New meme, instead of people say F in the chat, it's just C plus in the chat. Please, that's so funny. Just C plus in the chat. That's all Jasper wants. It's just C plus in the chat, please. That's how I'll know that I'm doing okay. People will just shout C plus. When we eventually go to live shows, I'll just get everyone to shout C plus instead of clapping at the end, and then everyone can just leave. That's fine. Exactly. Everyone's being so supportive and lovely. This is great. I'm gonna just do more live streams. I've forgotten the joy of live streams because we got lost in the malaise of how difficult they can be and how many technical errors there usually is. But this is so nice. It's so nice to actually just hang out with people and and just chat. This is great. This is really, really great. I feel like I just went really, really really, really RP then. This is so great. This is so great. Please, any more chats? I reckon I've got like another 5-10 minutes. Then I'm gonna go record something else. I guess I can kind of say maybe. Well, I'll save it. It'll be a nice surprise. But I'm gonna record something else whilst in the heat. How was it to GM for Balnor? Very good question. It was very, very, very fun. It was very, very, very fun. It was very surreal because I've gotten to know Jake relatively well and Caldwell, because I've DM'd for Caldwell, like I said, the one shot that's coming out on our channel with the amazing Connie from Transplaner and Caldwell from NADPod. So I'd gotten to know them pretty well, and I'd had some vague email correspondence with Murph and Emily. It was then very strange having all of them on Zoom at once and hearing their voices and hearing them cracking jokes. And I was suddenly like, this is weird. This is like, why am I in this room? And then to have Brian, Murph, like chatting and talking and role playing and him saying like, oh, DM, can I do this? And I was like, that was a very strange experience for sure. But I can tell you that that Murph absolutely brings the Balnor in this. It is peak Balnor. Like, I feel like you probably actually get more. Maybe this is a bold statement. You get more Balnor in this than I think you do in most of NADPod. Like, there are some great Balnor moments in this, to the point where I was just fully sat back as the DM, just crying with laughter because it was just so funny. So that I will say there are some really genuinely hilarious moments in this one shot. It's two shot now, because that was a fun thing. I planned too much. Who knew that I would plan too much? So it became a 2-shot rather than a 1-shot. I was originally brought in to just do a 1-shot, and then I ended up doing a 2-shot. Do I ever sleep? You're just so busy. Do you know, Jericho? That is a very valid question, and the answer is no. Not really. What I'm recording now will be going on till 2 a.m. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. You just got to ask Jade, the wonderful producer and partner. I was having full meltdowns today, not just because of the heat, just because it's so damn busy at the moment, which is great. It's all what I want. And to be honest, it's exactly the reason why the Patreon launch was such a big deal for us today, because it's just like another step in us hopefully being able to kind of do this more full time. Because ultimately that's what I would love to be able to do. I'd love to be able to focus on this full time and kind of focus on bringing everyone as much content as possible, and release more things and chat to more folks and stuff. So and we're not a million miles away, and things are definitely getting bigger and better, and we're always constantly surprised by the success of the show. So who knows what the next sort of year will bring. Maybe, Jerry, I could get some sleep in the next year, because I can leave my job and just be a little brown halfling for my full-time job. That would be fantastic. Please share the Patreon. Now I'm just joking. Balnor, concentrate. Yeah. Very much a tutor and mayor halfling. No. Well, you see, the thing is, what does the Patreon Discord is it? Oh yeah, so this is hopefully this works. When you sign up to the Patreon now, you should be assigned a role. If you click through the link, you should be assigned a role, which is a Patreon role, and if you're a patron, you get to go into the for the patrons chat, which you need like special access for, basically. So hopefully that should just auto happen. Who knows? Again, might not work, might work. We'll see very, very soon. Very, very soon. But yeah, hopefully that's what that vibe is. And also, actually, so yeah, to go back to your earlier point, Jerry Rose, the Jeremy doesn't sleep because Jeremy, in fact, downloads. He basically does like a version of a trance, like an elf trance, where he basically just rests for 4 hours and downloads information, mostly on pop culture predating like I'd say like the 1990s. So like anything before then, he's just downloading that stuff instead of sleeping. It's wild. He came to stay with us, and I was like, cool, dude, I gotta go to bed. It's like 2 a.m. He's like, yeah, cool. I think he stayed up for a couple more hours, and I woke up in the morning at like 8. Dude was still awake, and I was just like, how? What? Did you ever? No? Okay. Guy doesn't sleep. My guy doesn't sleep. Absolutely amazing. Right, everyone, this has been a blast, and now I know how easy this is. And it's working. I can see it's working. This is great. I will be back very soon. Maybe even this week. I'll come on and we'll do something. If you enjoyed this, please share the show. We just posted on Twitter and stuff, and on Instagram. It would mean the world to us if you could post and say, if you're enjoying the Patreon, or if you're enjoying the Discord, or if you're just generally enjoying the show, as we try and rope in some new halflings into our clan. That would be amazing, and really, really, really does help us. And then what else to say? Oh yeah, and then just generally let me know what you want me to live stream. What would be cool? Do you want to do character creation? Do you want to do world building? Like, we could just create a world together on a stream. We could create a bunch of NPCs. We could create a bunch of PCs. Let me know what you want to do, and we'll do it. Maybe we should paint. Maybe I should paint minis one day. I think Jake does that on the NADPod Patreon. Do people enjoy watching people paint minis? I don't think I'd be very good at it, but I mean, it would be a fun experience if nothing else. Do not be silly, and Jericho, it's been my pleasure, and I'm definitely going to be doing some more of this. So yes, please, like I said, please share the show. If you're not a patron already, head over to the Patreon, check out what we've got, and if you like it, then dive in. It would be amazing to have you. Yes, you're all awesome. Keep it up, and I will see you very, very soon. So long, Shire folk.